What the hell is going on?
Let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm here with your instant reaction as Aston Villa have gone out of the Carabao Cup at the third round stage against Brentford on penalties after drawing 1-1. What is going on at the moment at Aston Villa? We look like a team that is absolutely devoid of confidence, devoid of anyone taking any responsibility, and we just look a complete and utter mess. And it needs fixing, it needs changing quickly. Otherwise, this season is going to spiral and spiral out of control. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help us continue on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We're on the road to 10k. Get your comments in because I don't know, man. I said I was worried after the Everton game. I could see that there was no confidence, there was no one taking responsibility, there was no one trying to beat a man, there was no one trying to grab hold of the game. And people were telling me to get a grip, people were telling me to calm down. What have we got to be calm for? What are you not seeing at the minute? The writing is on the wall. We look like a team that is completely devoid of confidence. We said this game, go into it, we knew that it would carry a little bit more importance or a lot more importance after the results that we've had since the start of the season. We thought this would be a bit of a reset, get some of the players playing, get a bit of confidence. And look, the first 10, 15 minutes with Elliott and Sancho and Gesson, which I'll come on to him in a second, and even Daniel Marlon, some nice bits of movement, some nice pretty patterns of football. And I think Harvey Elliott had a shot in the first couple of minutes that was on target. And we thought, you know what, we're creating a bit of space. But then it drops back into this negative, just no risk football that nobody wants to try and beat a man. Everyone's just passing the buck, passing the ball to the next man. Nobody's trying to run in behind. No one's trying to beat a man. And we just go to this scrappy, just nothing football. Every time Sancho would get the ball on the left, he'd cut back and try to play to Maatsen. Then Maatsen would play it to Bogard, and Bogard would play it back to Sancho. And then we go back to Carabao Torres, who'd go back to the goalkeeper. And then he'd try and boot it up to Marlon, who'd lose it because he can't hold the ball up on his own up front. Then we go down the right-hand side and we play it to Cash, who'd play it to Gesson, who'd then go back, and Cash would maybe make an overlapping run, and then he'd just drop back. Nobody getting it in the box. Nobody doing anything. Nobody taking any responsibility. It is just a complete and utter mess. It's a complete mess. No one knows what they're doing. I can't see what Unai Emery is trying to get the players to do. He is on the sidelines shouting and screaming and telling players to come in and telling players to move out. I don't know what he's trying to tell them. The players don't know what he's trying to tell them. We looked fairly well organised off the ball, like players dropping into position and pressing at the right time. And ultimately, after Brentford got back into the game, they looked a threat going forwards. They're going forwards after 1 and 2 touches. Ouattara pulling down the channels constantly. Their wide man looking like he can cause problems. Carvalho, who didn't have his best of games, but always looks a threat. None of our players looked any type of threat at all. At all. But one time we got the organisation right. The goalkeeper plays it out to Janelt. John McGinn is pressing well. It falls to Harvey Elliott, who just hits a speculative shot. And the goalkeeper, what is he doing? We don't care. He doesn't get down in time. He goes through his legs somehow and trickles into the net. And when you're 1-0 up and you think, right, that's a bit of confidence for the lads. At least we have scored a goal. But no, second half starts. It's Brentford that are on the front foot. Villa do nearly score on the break, and one time Gesson gets down that right-hand side. He doesn't play a particularly good ball into the box. He's looking for Marlon. It flicks off the back of the defender's foot, and Sancho is running in on the left-hand side, hits it with his left foot, but hits the outside of the post. And unfortunately, that was really it from Villa in that first kind of period of that second half. And a long throw in comes into the box. Pau Torres with a weak header. Daniel Marlon caught ball watching on the edge of the box, and Aaron Hickey hits a lovely sweet volley into the top corner, and it's 1-1. And then it looks like Brentford are going to go on the attack. Lots of shots that are blocked by Ezri Konsa, who was excellent all night. And if we didn't have Konsa at the back, it could have been a lot worse. It really could have been a lot worse. We make the changes and we look a little bit more threatening, but still, just no passing in behind. Watkins is trying to run in behind. No one's taking the risk to give him the pass. We're still doing this, passing it across the defenders, trying to go in and out. We're trying to play these intricate balls through the middle. And Morgan Rogers cannot control the ball at the moment. His feet just aren't working. I don't know what is wrong with him, but he cannot control the ball. He can't pass it to a man. He can't run with it. He can't play the little 1-2s. I have no idea what is happening. He might as well not be on the pitch. He had one effort right at the end of the game where he could have won it for us, where he did carry on running with it. The players, Buendia, I think, made a good run out to the left. Watkins took the defender out, and he did have a shot that the goalkeeper saved. But apart from that, we had an effort from Matty Cash where McGinn put a good ball in at the back post and the goalkeeper saved it. But apart from that, again, we had nothing, and we had so many potential opportunities to get the ball in the box, so many potential opportunities to take a shot. And in a cup game, you're thinking, just take the shot. Just have a go. Do something. Do something. The goalkeeper, I think they signed him. He was an ex-handball player, went in goal at age 19. I think they signed him from Peterborough. And if you look at what he did in the first half, letting in that goal from Elliott, and one of the efforts that he tried to punch the ball out in the second half, you think, put this goalkeeper under pressure. We did nothing of the sort. Nothing of the sort in that game. And then, lo and behold, he becomes the penalty hero in the penalty shootout, saving 2 penalties, one from John McGinn and one from Matty Cash. And the inevitable happens and Villa go out on penalties. You knew that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen. But it's more about the performance. There were some slight shoots of recovery in that performance. I will give it that. And we scored a goal and a couple of the players looked a little bit sharper. But as I said before, I can't understand what Unai Emery's trying to get the players to do. I've seen people on X try and justify it. I've seen them trying to say, oh, well, he's trying to get the fullbacks to go forward more. He's trying to get the attack out through in wide areas to create space in the middle. But no one's running in behind. No one's leaving the space in the middle for the midfielders to get the ball. Everyone's on top of each other. No one's going out wide to support the attack, to support the fullbacks, to make an overlapping run to create the space. So when the fullbacks go forward, they're just dropping back. They're easy to defend against. No one knows what they're doing. I am serious when I say this, that we are in trouble. If we do not get a result on Sunday against Sunderland, we are bang in trouble. Because we are playing catch-up after 5 games of the season. We are bang in trouble. Some of the performances, though. Daniel Marlon up front. I can't. I'm speechless. He shouldn't be playing up front. He can't hold the ball up. I can't really remember him touching the ball, apart from an effort in the second half where he blazed it over. But he's looking lethargic. He's looking like he's not running to press. He doesn't really know where he's going. And then Gesson on the right couldn't control the ball. Didn't know whether to run forwards. Didn't know whether to check back. Just an absolute mess. And to be honest, those two should have swapped positions, because in the first couple of minutes, Gesson got the ball in the middle, held it up, and brought players into the game. Why isn't Gesson playing through the middle and Daniel Marlon on the right? And then he's cutting in from the right-hand side. It just does not make sense to me. Doesn't make sense. And Morgan Rogers, again, what has happened to this guy? Just doesn't look interested in the game. He's walking about. It's not even when he's getting the ball and he's not controlling it properly, or you could see if he's trying to do something and it's not coming off. But he's not trying to tackle. He's not trying to press players. He was letting players walk away from him, run off him. There's something wrong in that dressing room at the moment, and I can't put my finger on what it is. If Unai Emery's going so crazy on the sideline, trying to get his players to run, trying to get some reaction out of them, trying to get them to understand what he's trying to get them to do, then there has to be something wrong fundamentally with what's happening with this team. Now, we could have people saying, don't worry about the result. We didn't want to be in the Carabao Cup. It's an extra competition. But if you think that we are going to go higher up in this league, if you think we have a chance of winning the Europa League playing like that, you have got another thing coming. We are in trouble this season if we don't pick up a couple of results in the next couple of games. Because some of these players are just so poor at the minute. So poor. I don't really know what else to say. I'm so disappointed. Not necessarily in results-wise, going out in the Carabao Cup on penalties. We drew 1-1 against Brentford, but they didn't really have to play anything like well to get through us. We had opportunities to get the ball in the box. We had opportunities to shoot. We had opportunities to go past them. We had one of their goalkeepers who's, like I say, signed from Peterborough. We didn't impose ourselves on the game in any way, shape or form. They were still looking more threatening when they were going forwards, even though they didn't create too many chances. Everywhere is just a mess at the minute. And if it wasn't for one or two players like Konsa, I thought Bogard was quite good in that midfield. If it wasn't for one or two players trying to keep it together and hold their shape and hold what we were trying to do, that could have been worse. And like I say, I worry on Sunday when Granit Xhaka in that midfield, he's going to have an absolute field day against our midfield. An absolute field day. We have got a lot of work to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I will be back with match preview for Sunderland. Might even do a bit of a fans forum. I want to know what you guys think, because this is bad. This is bad. And even the most positive, rational Villa fans, you've got to be looking at this and thinking, what is going on right now? What is going on right now? Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Continue to help us on the road to 10k. Make sure you get your comments in. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember, we all follow the Villa.